I'm here today to talk to you about the Temporary Business Energy Support Scheme and to outline how it works. First of all, what is it? It's a rebate scheme that was announced by the Minister for Finance in September's budget, and it acts as a support for business to assist them with rising energy costs. Who qualifies for it? It's open to all businesses who are carrying on a trade or profession who have experienced a 50% or more increase in their energy bills over the last number of months. It's also open to charities and approved sporting bodies carrying on certain activities. Why am I talking about it now? It's now possible to make a claim under the scheme, and also Revenue have issued detailed guidance on it, and the latest version of their guidance was issued on Monday the 5th of December. Their guidance goes through how you register and it gives details of the operation of the scheme. How does the Temporary Business Energy Support Scheme work? A qualifying business is entitled to a rebate of up to 40% of the increase in their energy costs. It works by comparing the claim period, which runs from September 2022 to February 2023, and the claim period is in respect of each calendar month within that particular time of September to February 2023. And in order to determine whether you meet the 50% or more increase threshold, you look at the corresponding month in the previous year, and this is referred to as the reference period. So if you're making a claim for September 2022, your reference period in that case is September 2021. If you have that increase of at least 50% between those two bills, then you're entitled to claim up to 40% as a rebate, subject to certain caps. The caps are €10,000 per trade if you're operating from a single location, and then you can have a cap of up to 30,000 per trade where you're operating from multiple locations. The cap applies to a trade on a per trade basis rather than on a per location basis, and Revenue make the distinction between where you're carrying on multiple trades versus where you're carrying on a single trade in their guidance. An example given of where a single trade is carried on is of a publican who's operating two pubs, one in Laois and one in Carlow. A single set of accounts is prepared each year and a single tax return is filed covering both pubs. And that in that case, that's viewed as a single trade operating from multiple locations to which a single cap of up to 30,000 would apply. An example is also given of where multiple trades are viewed to be carried on, and the example given of a multiple trade scenario is of a hotel group where you have a holding company and two hotel operating companies, and because you have two financial statements being prepared each for the separate hotel operating company and you have two tax returns being filed, then that's viewed as being multiple trades, and for each separate company carrying on a hotel operation from a separate location, they are both each subject to the €10,000 cap individually per month. There's also an overall 2 million cap that applies for what's called a single undertaking under the EU Temporary Crisis Framework, and that €2 million cap would apply to either a single trade or also to the group scenario, because a single undertaking is viewed as being the holding company and all of its subsidiary companies, where the holding company controls the subsidiary companies. And that's gone into detail in the Revenue guidance as to how that all operates. What else do I need to know? How do I make sure I have continued access to the scheme? It's essential to make sure that your tax affairs are kept up to date, that you maintain tax clearance throughout each claim period, and it's necessary that the criteria are satisfied by qualifying businesses for each claim period. It's also necessary that the business would be registered for the Temporary Business Energy Support Scheme via ROS. Even businesses that have warehouse tax debt under the Tax Debt Warehousing Scheme can qualify for the Temporary Business Energy Support Scheme, provided that they maintain their obligations under the Tax Debt Warehousing Scheme in terms of keeping tax returns up to date and making sure that tax liabilities are paid, current tax liabilities are paid as they fall due. So what are the next steps? Well, first of all, to register for the scheme, you can do so via Revenue's ROS system through e-registration. It's necessary that your business is eligible for a tax clearance certificate so that you can register, and details that you have to give in order to register include whether your business commenced on or after 1 September 2021. You have to give a description of the trade and profession and its main address. And you also have to give the meter point or gas point reference numbers, so the MPRN or GPRN, which is relating to your electricity or your gas bills. How do I make a claim? You go into the claim portal for the Temporary Business Energy Support Scheme on ROS, and you have 4 months from the end of the particular month of the claim period to make a claim, so that if you want to make a claim for September 2022, you have until 31 January 2023 to make that claim. And likewise, if you want to make a claim for February 2023, you have until the 30th of June 2023 to make a claim. You have to give details from your energy bills for both your claim period and your reference period. If you're selected by Revenue for a verification check, you will have to provide copies of the relevant energy bills. It'll also be necessary to provide bank details for the rebate payment to be made into, and then there's a sign and submission process that you need to do once you're satisfied that all the details you've entered are correct. And that was just a brief overview of the Temporary Business Energy Support Scheme. It provides a great opportunity for businesses to get cash back and to achieve a real reduction in your energy costs for your business. It's available now, and here at Mazars, we're happy to help if you have any questions on the scheme.